Hi, I'm Amy Benosi. I am a spiritual teacher and coach and a breast cancer survivor. And I work with women who have outgrown who they were told to be and don't quite know who it is they're meant to be, but they are ready to reclaim their truth, their purpose, and their power. Today, I want to talk about confidence, and more specifically, why saying to somebody, be confident, or even choosing some affirmations may not be enough, and I believe aren't enough, to actually be confident. So I want to start with a story. I was at an event recently, and this is kind of where this topic came to me from because the speaker was talking about how to get yeses. Okay, so it was business related, but you could relate this to anything. We all the time are putting out asks, right? We in conversation, we're asking our partners for things, we're asking our children, we're asking in business, we might be asking in different ways. And she shared a lot of great reminders about why most of us don't ask the ask, whatever it is that we are asking for or wanting from somebody. And amongst those reminders, the biggest one came back to a fear of rejection. And I would agree with this, right? Like, nobody wants to hear no. And when we do, most of us tend to take it personally, which is the first point. I'm going to loop back to that. But from there, after reminding us of these and pumping us up and, talking about having confidence, and you just have to have confidence, you can't take it personally, you got to face the fear, she challenged the audience, to the participants, to go out and make 10 asks, whatever that capacity was, whatever the situation was for them, right? Now, the energy in the room was pretty high vibe because everybody was pumped up, and it was just really good energy and a good community space. And so in that moment, of course, everybody was like, yes, I'm going to go, do this. I'm going to ask for this podcast interview. I'm going to ask for this, person to read my manuscript. I'm going to ask this person to, participate in my program, whatever it was. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, this is really interesting because I could imagine what was going to happen when they all left the room. And what do you think it was that I pictured happening after we left the presentation and it was time for us to make those 10 asks? Maybe we got home. I'm sure we got distracted, right? Time went by. But really what I kept thinking is going to happen, or would happen for these amazing humans who were so pumped up, was that as they got ready to make those 10 asks, or maybe somewhere along the way, they would start having fear and doubt and not trusting themselves, second guessing. Who am I to ask this? And maybe start quivering in their voice, not having the power in there. And whether or not this happened, I honestly don't know. But what I felt in that moment, I felt needed to be shared, was that the speaker had left a pretty big gap, in my opinion, between saying you need to have confidence, right? Saying you need to have confidence and then going and doing the 10 asks. Now, we all have fear. We all have doubt. Like, let's acknowledge that. I definitely still have fear. I definitely still have doubt. There are times when that like lack of self-trust pops up again. We are human, okay? And our brain is trying to protect us with these mechanisms. And so we have to find ways to override those protective mechanisms in a safe way. So back to this gap that she left. The gap was the how to increase your power and strongly make the ask from a place of alignment, even when there is fear, doubt, self-trust, lack of power. Those are going to be there, right? Fear, doubt, lack of self-confidence, lack of clarity, who am I? They're normal, they're natural. But if we let them win, what I've learned is that if we let them win, and this is something that I used to do, I just wouldn't take action because I was scared or because I didn't feel confident. And at the time, that was a safety mechanism, right? I didn't want to have that fear of rejection and take it personally that somebody told me no. And so instead, I just didn't do the thing, right? I didn't take the action. I didn't make the ask or whatever it was at that time. That was before I knew about energetic tools and practices. Because what I have learned through that is that if you let fear and doubt win every time and stop you from doing the thing, you're never going to get anywhere that you desire, right? You say you want big things. You say you want X amount of money in your business every month. You want to live on the beach in this gorgeous home. You want to, create this incredible nonprofit. All of these big ideas and dreams and goals that we come up with, at some point, our human brain kicks in and we have natural fear and doubt. And again, if we let them win every time, we're never going to get to what it is because we'll never be facing the next step. So when I thought about this, I thought, yes, it is that fear of rejection. And there is, doubt, trust, all of those kinds of things. But I thought there's actually a deeper energetic reason why people aren't asking. And that could bridge that gap between someone saying, oh, just be confident and go do the thing, right? It's not just mindset. I think it's big to acknowledge that mindset is a part. Fear of rejection is a part. Fear of hearing no. But on a deeper level, it's your energy. I believe that a part of you is not taking that next step. A part of me in the past was not taking that next step because my power center, my solar plexus, was collapsed, right? It was collapsed. It was weak. And my voice, my throat chakra, had turned off. It was shut down. And it wasn't by choice. Well, perhaps maybe there was some choice. But these things happen based on things that have happened throughout our life, how they have made us feel, and how our brain then protects us from not wanting to feel that way again. So let me give you an example. If you worked in a job where you had to make asks often, or you had to give sales presentations often, and you kept hearing, no, I'm not interested, this isn't right, blah, blah, blah. At an energetic level, your body remembered what that felt like, and it probably didn't feel good. And so every time after, at some point, when you were told to go do those things, your brain thought, heck no, like, no, I don't want to feel that way, right? And so what is the best thing to do to not feel? Is to not do the damn thing, okay? Now, sure, can we do affirmations? I think they play a part. I don't think they work on their own, because saying, like, you could repeat, I am confident a bajillion times in front of the mirror, but if your energy, if your body is still in a state of fear, you saying, I am confident, your brain is not really believing it because your energy is in a state of fear, right? And they're not going to match up. You can't override this misaligned or dysregulated energetic system solely with positive thoughts. Positive thoughts are great, but they're not going to do it on their own. And this isn't about like fake it till you make it. I don't know that I necessarily believe in that. Because again, I think it's coming from a misaligned energetic space. And so it's not about just acting confident. It's actually about reactivating the truth that already lives inside of you. The truth that you are powerful, you are confident, you do have clarity in what it is that you want, and you do deserve whatever it is that you're asking for. But our logical brain and our conditioned brain doesn't always believe that, and it trips us up. And we get caught up in the fear, and we get caught up in the doubt. And maybe if you were taught that it wasn't safe to speak up, or it's not safe to take up space, now before your mouth even opens, your energy is like, right? Because your body remembers. And so it needs a new experience. It needs to be retrained, reactivated to believe not only something different, but to remember at a soul level, at an energetic level, you are whole, you are perfect, you are beautiful, you are love, you are a seed of the divine. How can you not go ask somebody for what you want, right? So it's not just about being more confident, because it's not about being more confident just in a verbal sense. You need practices and tools that realign and that restore that connection of power and of truth within yourself. That's going to give you grounded energy. It's going to open up your voice. It's going to make you feel safe in your body. That is how you feel confident. Not just by saying, be confident, go out and do it. You're not doing it because you're not confident. Just be confident. Confidence is not built by faking it. Confidence is activated from within. So I would like to do a short practice with you, just a simple, short energy reset to help you actually feel this, right? Like, here I am talking about confidence and how talking about it's not enough. I don't want to tell you to go be confident. I want you to feel it, and I want to give you that opportunity. So I'm going to do a short, this is very abbreviated, simple energy activation, energy reset to reconnect you to that power and reconnect you to your truth. It all starts with a shift in your body. So you can close your eyes if that feels good to you. I do think that that helps you tune out the outside world. If it does not feel safe to you for some reason, no judgment. You can simply put your chin down and just turn your eye gaze downward, okay? So that you are focusing on your energy body right here, okay? And just go ahead and find your seat. Place your feet flat on the ground. Close your eyes if that feels safe, or turn your gaze downward. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Do that 2 more times. Out through the mouth, really feeling your body in through the nose. Feel the weight of your body in your seat. Out through the mouth. Feel the ground holding you. Now bring your hand to the space about 2 inches above your belly button. This is your solar plexus. And I want you to gently tap here with your fingertips. Just like this, real gently. Keep breathing as you're doing this. Don't forget, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Stay in your body. If you've done this before and you want a little more energetic power, you can use the base of your fists. Feel inside your body. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders. Turn inward. Notice what you feel. Notice the sensations. Notice any tingling, heat, vibration. This space right here, this is the center of your power, your courage, your confidence. Repeat after me. I am safe to take up space. I trust my inner power. My energy leads before my words ever do. Take one more deep breath, and then you're going to bring your hands to your throat chakra and do some light tapping there. Very gently. Again, taking a couple deep breaths, giving yourself a chance to feel the sensations. Notice anything happening in your body. It doesn't have to be related to your throat. Maybe you feel tingling at the top of your head. Maybe your solar plexus is still tingling. Keep tapping, relaxing, breathing, turning inward, and remembering your voice. Repeat after me. My voice matters. I speak from truth, not from fear. I am allowed to ask for what I want. Take one more deep breath there. And then bring your hands together and rub them together in front of your heart space. Generate heat. Slowly stopping, bringing your hands in front of your chest with your palms facing your chest. Breathing and feeling. Observe what you feel. Name it. You may feel tingling, you may feel itchiness, you may feel cool or heat. You may feel nothing. Whatever you feel or don't feel is fine. There's no judgment. It's simply an act of noticing. Notice the energetic exchange and feel it between the palms of your hands and your chest. Your power resides right here. Your truth, your clarity, your confidence. Feel it. And if you don't feel an actual sensation, it does not mean it's not there. If you want to play with this a little bit, you can make your hands a little bit further from your chest and bring them back in while maintaining what you feel in between the space between your palms and your chest. You might feel kind of like a magnetic sense, a push-pull, piece of silly putty stretching. Notice how powerful you are. From truth, not from fear. And then bring both of your hands on top of your heart center. Take one more deep breath in. Turn the sides of your mouth upward into a beautiful smile. And with that smile, take another deep breath. And feel the shift. That is energy in motion. That is how you increase your confidence. That is how you make your asks. If you can do that every time, you will feel so in your power. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to the present space from where it is that you just went. So good. This is why I am so passionate about sharing these tools. It is not enough for us to tell our kids, to tell our coworkers, to tell our business partners, to tell ourselves, just be confident. Some people cannot just be confident. If you can, maybe you don't need this, but probably maybe once or twice. I'm betting. Just be confident isn't enough. And when it's not enough, you now have a practice. This is what changes everything. Not just thinking differently, not just telling yourself something different, but truly feeling, connecting to the truth and to the voice of who you are at a soul level, the soul that lives in this body. You can come back to this anytime. I promise you, your power is not gone. Your confidence, your clarity, your voice, they're all in there. I mean, it gives me goosebumps to think this was a very abbreviated version of the work that I do with women. That power, that clarity, that voice, that self-trust and self-love, they're not gone. They're in there and they have simply been waiting for you to return. This is how you return. I hope this was helpful for you. I will see you next time. As always, I would love to know how this impacted you, any comments, any takeaways from your experience. I'm sending you so much love. Let's do this together because the world truly needs our love and our light. See you next time.